Hi there, and you're really welcome to ask me anything. This is a new podcast where you can send me any of your queries, and I get lots and lots of these by email, on Facebook, and it's not possible to answer you via email or via Facebook or any other social media platform. So I have created this platform to ask me anything. And I have the first question here, and it's from Bess. So Bess says, "Hi Joe, I'm wondering, would you have any recipes or tips for hair growth, please? The hair on the top of my head is definitely thinner than it used to be, and my hairline has somewhat receded. I wear an HRT patch, but it's something I've only begun to notice in recent years. Thank you." So that is from Bess, and I'm going to answer it with my knowledge of Chinese medicine. Now, Chinese medicine fits into a 5-element structure, and each one of these elements contains 2 organs, a pair of organs, a yin and a yang, and they also govern different emotional aspects. They have a color, they have a food, and they govern a sensory organ and a time of year. Did I say that already? So when we're talking about the hair, we're talking about the kidneys in Chinese medicine, and we're talking about the strength of the blood. So I'm going to try and answer this question in terms of, I'm going to show you an acupuncture point, I'm going to show you some Qi Gong moves, and I'm going to talk a little bit about food. And if you want to ask me anything, you just go on to the website and there'll be a form there and you can pop in your question and you can ask me anything too. So the kidneys are in charge of the hair, making it nice, thick and lustrous. But the kidneys are also in charge of our hormones. They're in charge of the bones, in charge of the brain, the teeth, and the ears. And what we notice as we age and the kidney energy decreases, then we can suffer with hearing loss, with weak teeth, with crumbling bones, and our hair begins to thin. And this especially happens at around the time of peri and post menopause, when hormones are changing in the body. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but you have to take care of your kidneys. So your kidneys, what I want you to do first of all is a nice one. The kidneys are in charge of the central nervous system. So the central nervous system runs up the spine, right to the brain, and right down to the sacrum. So what I want you to do is take your hands and rub your kidneys, warm your kidneys up. When you are feeling very cold in your kidneys, they contract. Also, stress makes the body contract. So what you need to be careful of when you're going through menopause is that you don't push yourself. The kidneys are in control of your willpower. They push you forwards. So I want you to rub your kidneys, sweep your hands over and bring them down to the lower dantian, just below the belly button. And again, sweep, hold your kidneys, rub, inhale, bring it around the belt channel and hold below the belly button and exhale. One more time, inhale, rub the kidneys. You're actually getting some really strong bladder 23, 52 points. Inhale, exhale, bring it around. So if you find yourself that you're running on empty, that your adrenals are pushing you forwards and you need to go and have coffee to do things, that is going to deplete your kidney energy and it's going to show up in poor hearing, it's going to weaken your bones, and it's going to thin your hair. So the things you want to avoid is you want to avoid coffee and any extra stimulants. You don't want to be running around and taking these cups of coffees to keep you going. You need to really listen to your body and stop and breathe. And taking these mindful breaths by rubbing the kidneys, sweeping around the waist and holding in the lower belly button. And you think, well, what that has got to do with my hair? Your hormones have got a lot to do with how you age. And so we want to age as slowly as possible. And there's little things on the end of chromosomes called telomeres. And these telomeres are a little bit like the end of a shoelace. And when you're stressed, these begin to unravel and they shorten your very DNA. And that's not what we want to happen. We want to be able to reproduce at a cellular level inside the body. Our nails, our skin, our teeth, our very bones. We need to be able to do that. And to do that, we have to have no stress in the body. Now, stress isn't something that happens to you. It's how you respond to a situation. So by doing this, by rubbing the kidneys, sweeping over the belly, and holding your lower belly gives you a deeper sense of yourself. And so you're not responding and reacting to everything outside you. Okay, so developing a really strong sense of self that is cool, calm, and relaxed. Next, let's go to the food. So the food for the kidney, the color for the kidney is blue-black. So you might often see blue-black circles underneath the eyes and maybe puffy eyes at the corner. And that would really be telling me your kidney and bladder were under stress. So this kidney and bladder energy often shows up as blue-black, or you might even see blue-black lines here. Often if you have spots or pimples appearing here, that would also tell me hormonal issues. And actually the body is always telling us what it needs. So this blue-black food. So what's blue-black foods? So blackberries, blueberries, seaweed. Seaweed is a very deep blue-black color, really benefiting, got full of calcium, magnesium, zinc, manganese, full of all these deep essential minerals that we really need. They feed the kidneys. Also deep leafy blue-black vegetables, kind of like kale, deep Savoy lettuce, mustard greens, spinach. They're kind of very deep, dark green in color, and they really help to nourish the blood. And the blood is what will actually feed the hair, the teeth, the bones, everything. All of those dark blue-black foods feed the kidneys and help nourish the blood. And what will also help the blood circulate is tapping. So in Qi Gong, we also do what's called do in, and in Shiatsu we do do in. So let's do some do in. It's very, very simple. You tap on the head. And if you can tap on your head for 5 minutes every morning, this is really going to improve the blood circulation. I'm just randomly tapping, and this blood circulation is going to improve the regeneration of the hair. It's going to help at the very follicles. So we don't always need to be touching the very area we want to treat. So when you're nourishing the kidneys, you don't have to be touching the hair. But this one especially, I'm going over the top of the ears. I'm coming up. I'm tapping all around the occipital ridge. The blood can often get stuck on that occipital ridge, giving you headaches, migraines. So I'm tapping. So you want to do that every morning for about 5 minutes to really improve the blood circulation. And then I'm going to show you a point. Put your thumb on top of your ears, and where your middle finger falls, I want you to press into there. You'll find kind of where feels right. It's as if you're being pulled up, up, up by the top of your head. It's where the fontanelle would have been when you were born, and it's closed over. And you might be able to feel a slight dint in the top of the scalp. This is called the byway point. You can change over if it gets tiring. And what this point does is it relieves any heat and excess thinking in the brain. So we don't want, as can happen in menopause, a lot of excess heat. We need to clear the heat from the body. So clearing the heat using this point. And then final one, pull down from the top of the head, what we call crown pulling, pulling the crown, pulling the crown. Now, what you also want to do is you don't want to use strong shampoos. So you need to invest in a good organic shampoo Avoid shampoos with lots of chemicals in them, and you want a nice, gentle shampoo. And doing this massage, crown pulling right down, and again on your forehead to the temples, on your forehead to the temples, and it feels great. You can do a little more tapping. This one is called 10 horses run through the forest. So take your fingers and run them through the forest. Run them through the forest. We're really stimulating the scalp. What you can do is sweep over, stroke the neck, again, calming the nervous system. This will calm the vagus nerve, because you can do all the massage and the tapping, but really calming the kidneys and calming the nervous system. Bring it down over the front of the body and bring it down to the lower dantian. There. So to recap, calm the nervous system, feed the kidneys with blue-black food, plenty of mineral-rich food, dark leafy greens, spirulina, chlorella, barley grass, seaweed. Get a good, gentle shampoo and do a daily massage to your scalp, including that byway point. And let me know how you go. May you be happy and may you be well. May I be happy, may I be well, and may all beings everywhere be happy, safe, and well. And remember, if you want to ask me anything, you just drop me a line either on my Facebook or on the special Qi Flow with Jo page.